Students, this is lesson U6A05. By the end of the lesson, you should be able to say I can solve for angles formed by chords, secants, and tangents. Let's take a look at some of the concepts you will need to use for the exercises that accompany this lesson. So first off, terminologies here. So this concept of what a tangent was talked about in the previous video. So a tangent line is a line that touches the circle at one point only. A secant line is a line that passes through the circle at 2 points. So we can, as a result, if we have a secant line and a tangent line, we can have the angles meeting either on the circle or meeting outside of the circle. And then as a result of this, we can have different geometric relationships and angles that form. So let's take a look. So these concepts here can be proven, but it will be shown in a separate video. But for the time being, let's just go through what these are here. If I have an angle that is formed by two secants outside of the circle, the relationship between the intercepted arc is we take the major arc, the intersection of the major arc, subtracted by the minor arc, and divide by 2. That will give us angle A. And as it turns out, if with all these other varying cases, if I have a secant and a tangent forming an angle on the outside, it is given by the same exact formula here. It's always going to be the major minus the minor. Lastly, if I have, again, the same thing, two tangents, it will again be the major minus the minor. There is a way for us to manipulate this a little bit, right? So recognizing what C is, okay? C could be interpreted in terms of the letter B because angle A, as a result, well, what we can do is we can say C is equal to 360 minus B. And if C is equal to 360 minus B, we can then say, oh, A is equal to B minus 360 minus B over 2. And if we go through the algebra, we'll end up with, again, B minus 180, which is what I have boxed in there. Or alternatively, 180 minus C. So if you don't want to remember all that, which quite frankly I don't, okay, I just try to keep things simple, okay, I actually just memorize this one formula here. The angle on the outside will equal to the difference between the major arc and the minor arc divided by 2. So I only have one equation to keep in mind. All right, and then the second concept, okay, that if we have chords intersecting, as it turns out, the angle formed by the two chords will be the average of the intercepted arc. So it will be angle arc B plus arc C divided by 2. So here are the formulas again. Just to keep things simple, keep things clear in your heads, okay? There are only two formulas that we are dealing with in this lesson, and they are highlighted in green. A is equal to B minus C divided by 2, or A is equal to B plus C divided by 2. Let's take a look at some examples now. All right, so again, a very busy problem. Again, I encourage you to pause the video and try to solve this on your own, and then we'll regroup. Hopefully you guys had some time to think about this, so let's take a look. So I know that PT is equal to X, so arc PT is equal to X. Arc QR is equal to 2X. Arc RS is equal to 2X. And then arc TS is equal to 3X. Notice I did not give you arc PQ. It doesn't, like we have not completed the entire circle. However, okay, it is said that PBCR is a diameter. That is super useful here, because if that's the case, then what I can do is I can figure out what is x by adding x, 3x, and 2x, because that is half of a circle. So therefore I can say PT plus TS plus RS is equal to 180. X plus 3x plus 2x is equal to 180. 6x is equal to 180, or x is equal to 30. So if I know x is equal to 30, I can then figure out what are all the remaining arcs. I know that PQ plus QR is equal to 180. PQ will therefore equal to 120. So arc PQ is 120. I also know arc RS, QR, TS, and PT will equal to 60, 60, 90, and 30 as a result. Again, that is after I substitute what x is back in. All right, so now recognizing all these facts now, okay, I can then solve for what is angle PBT. So angle PBT. Angle PBT is this angle over here. So angle PBT, okay, can be easily found by using arc PT and arc QR. So if I find the average of those two arcs, then I can figure out what is angle PBT. So therefore that will equal to 45 degrees, because PT, arc PT is 30, arc QR is equal to 60, divide by 2, that will indeed give me 45. Next, I need to figure out what is angle PAT. So angle PAT is on the outside, so therefore the intercepted arc is over here and there. So because it's on the outside, I'm going to have to find a difference between those two. So arc RS minus PT divided by 2, that will give me 15 degrees. I need to now find out what is angle QDS. 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 So QDS is this angle over here. So what I need to do, the angle QDS is going to be this guy, right? That's the major arc, subtracted by the minor arc, divide by 2. So arc QPS minus arc QRS, divide by 2. I'll end up with 60 degrees on the outside. QTS, angle QTS, which is this guy right here. So that's just an inscribed angle. It's going to be half of this guy. So therefore, it's going to be 60 degrees. Next, I need to figure out what is angle DQT. DQT. DQT, which is this angle right there. So this is yet another inscribed angle. So I need to find out what is half of arc QRST. And that is just 105. I need to look for angle QRP. QRP, which is this guy right there. Again, that is going to be an inscribed angle. So I need to look for half of QP, which is just simply going to be 60 degrees. I have angle QST, which is this guy right here. So this is yet again another inscribed angle. It's half of angle TPQ or QPT, which is going to be 75 degrees. And an angle QUR, QUR is this angle right here. This is going to be the average of arc PTS and arc QR, which is going to be 90 degrees. All right. Here we need to find out what is this angle on the outside. Pause the video to see if we can figure this out. Okay, so if I want to figure out the angle on the outside, and I know the arc on the outside here is 300, the arc on the inside, the minor arc must be 60 degrees. So therefore, x must equal to 300 minus 60 divided by 2. This is going to give me 240 over 2, or is simply 120. And that's it.